Off the top, we are tracking Maria. The storm is now a hurricane as it moves into position to crash through the Caribbean. Maria isn't showing any signs of slowing down.
And keep in mind, it's targeting the same area already devastated by Hurricane Irma. Meteorologist Luke Doris, he's standing by in the Weather Center with Maria's latest movements. Luke.
Yeah, guys, it's an unfortunate track. I mean, we're looking at some spots that were hit very hard by Irma, as you just mentioned, right under the gun yet again. And I'll show you that here in just a second with the current watches and warnings. Let's start with the big picture. Here's Hurricane Jose. We have two hurricanes right now. One being Jose is a Category 1. It does pose a risk anyway of at least some swells, some winds to New England, and then it spins back out into the Atlantic. That's key because that's going to have a lot to say about what happens with Maria. We'll talk more about that in your full weather. There's tropical depression now, Lee. It has weakened from a tropical storm, poses no threat to land. So it's all about Maria. Let's talk about it. As of the 5 p.m. advisory, hurricane status, Category 1 with winds to 75 miles per hour. It's going to strengthen over the next couple of days, though. Likely a Category 2 by tomorrow, and then that's as it approaches the Leeward Islands. Beyond that point, it's up to major hurricane status. Category 3 according to the forecast by Tuesday. Once it gets there, it maintains that all the way through Thursday and Friday. And look at its track. The Leeward Islands, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Dominican Republic. It's remarkably similar how this, at least over the next 5 days, is looking to track out. So let's talk about some of the watches and warnings. The red indicates the warnings that we have. Some of the spots for that would be Guadalupe, Dominica, St. Kitts. Some of those spots we do have a tropical storm warning for Barbuda, and yeah, that'd be a tropical storm warning for Barbuda. Again, hit very hard by Irma, and then an extended hurricane watch now into Puerto Rico. So let's look at the models. They're tightly clustered, so the forecast confidence over the next 5 days is high. For the National Hurricane Center, you see that cone that we share. All the models kind of in agreement, but you get beyond that, well, they start to diverge a little bit. There's still quite a bit of uncertainty. 5-7 days out. After you get past 5 days, I should say. Of course, that's really getting out there a little bit, but let me show you the preliminary early track. The U.S., the European, global are more reliable weather models. They're in good agreement as we go through Wednesday, have the hurricane centered somewhere near Puerto Rico, and then it tracks toward the southeast Bahamas, and then this is a week from today, or just less than a week from today. Watch what happens here. They both indicate that it takes a turn to the north, staying out into the Atlantic. Again, it's early, but at this point, it's not time to panic here in South Florida. We need to monitor this closely.